So the NFL awards have been now saying Joe Flacco over Damar Hamlin has won Comeback Player of the Year. Now, many people disagree with this, Evan, but I want to get your take on it.
I don't know that many people disagree with this. I disagree with it, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But I've actually seen a lot of people are like, you can't give it to Hamlin. He only played like what? He had like two tackles or something like that. Only played two games. Um,
Don't forget that fake punt.
yes, that is true too. And then they're saying obviously Flacco he led the Browns to the playoffs and all that. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's important to realize how specifically when you're looking at a question like this, how the award has awarded players in the past. So let's run that through that really quick. In 2016, they gave it to Jordy Nelson, right, wide receiver of the Packers. He tore his ACL the season before. He had a fantastic season. Pretty similar story in 2017. Keenan Allen of the Chargers came back from a torn ACL in week one. In 2018, they gave it to Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck was out most of 2017. I think actually maybe all of 2017. Makes sense. Ryan Tannehill, he just resurrected his career. He threw 20 plus touchdown passes with the Titans in 2019. In 2020, we're going to come back to this one. This is an important one. Alex Smith won the award. He didn't play that much. He had like 15 touchdown passes, but he came back from almost not even being to walk again ever again after breaking his leg back in 2018. 2021, this is the outlier. I don't know why they gave it to Joe Burrow because he wasn't hurt in 2020. Did he just come back from sucking? I don't know. But anyways, we'll ignore that one. And then 2022, they gave it to Geno Smith, who definitely came back from sucking and threw, I believe, 30 plus touchdown passes in 2022. Okay, so right away to me, Flacco is an outlier on this list because he did not come back from injury. He didn't necessarily come back from sucking, maybe a little bit with that. But he didn't play the amount of games any of these guys played. Like I said, Jordy Nelson, Keenan Allen, they had fantastic receiving seasons. Some of the quarterbacks we listed, they had great seasons. Yes, Tannehill only played half the year, but he threw like 25 touchdown passes. Um, Flacco played 4 games, 4 or 5 games, and then he, of course, bombed in the playoffs. But we're not going to talk about this because comeback player of the year is not a playoff award; it's a regular season award. So even leaving without that fact, now here's what's important for Damar Hamlin because I wouldn't say he's super deserving either. Like it's not guaranteed to him. But Damar had because he didn't play barely at all. Neither did Alex Smith. Now, Alex Smith played more than Damar Hamlin, but he did not play that much. He did not have that amazing stats. So
Oh, yeah.
clearly injuries have a factor. That's established with like half of the players we listed, even more than half of them. But also it seems playing time has a factor too, and Flacco just does not have that. Now let's go back to Alex Smith. Alex Smith got the award probably because it seemed like he would never, much less never play football again. He would never potentially walk again after that brutal leg injury he suffered. Damar Hamlin, we were worried on January 2nd, all of us watching around the TV, the ESPN coverage, we were worried, is he gonna die on the field? That's what we were worried about. So with that said, I think again, I think Damar Hamlin doesn't have the perfect case for the award, but neither does Flacco. I think you have to give it to Damar Hamlin. I think they made, in my mind, a bad mistake. I'm sure Damar Hamlin's not losing too much sleep over this, but this was bad. Damar Hamlin deserved it. What do you think, Jake?
Yeah, I agree with you, Evan. I think Jamal Hamlin deserved this award. I think that, unfortunately, as you were saying, we were all watching on the field. We were like, is Jamal Hamlin even gonna live through this? And I think he does deserve the comeback player of the year over Joe Flacco because, like you said, Joe Flacco didn't really come back from anything. Jamal Hamlin came back from almost almost dying on the field, and he didn't play much, like you said, but I think that because I think because at the start of the season, everyone was like, "Oh, the second he steps on the field, he wins comeback player of the year," and I thought that was true until we heard the award go to Joe Flacco.
I thought it was true too, and odds makers thought it was true too, that he was like at minus odds the entire way. And that's what I'm saying. Did Damar Hamlin totally deserve? I mean, that is a great saying that as soon as he steps on the field. Now, I believe that too. But aside of my feelings, so take the other side's perspective. Should that necessarily be true? Did Damar Hamlin have the best case? No, he didn't have the best case. He barely played. Did Joe Flacco have the best case? Heck no. No, he threw a ton of I think he had like 13 touchdowns to 8 picks. 8 picks in 4 games. Yeah, sure. He brings the Browns to the playoffs, but so did their defense too. And then I know, and again, I know it's not a playoff award, but he stunk it up in the playoffs. No, heck no. This should have totally went to Damar Hamlin.